I usually post a video, right? Usually talk about Nigerian issues, politics, governance, and all of that. But today it's going to be a bit different. I'm not going to talk about that. I was chatting on X, former Twitter. It's always so strange when I have to call it X. So I was just chatting on that, and I just realized, okay, time had gone, and I hadn't done the video that I'm supposed to do. So I decided to talk about it because this is a very important discussion for me. It might not be the usual politics and all of that. One very significant thing, let me adjust this and say, one very significant thing is the fact that relationship, marriage, there's always so many different dynamics to it. And one basic thing is the fact that there's no one rule that fits all marriages. There's no one way of doing it. Everybody, like I always say, everybody find what fits them and then let them go with it. And this so there's no generalizing. So people have what it is that works for them and that's it. But then also there's a place where the society seems not to accept people who for them, this is what they want. If it's not in accordance with what is accepted as norm, right? For example, on the issue of cooking, there are women who don't love to cook, who don't want to cook, who are not interested in cooking, or maybe who can't cook and all of that. And you see the way, there's so much frowned at, so many things thrown at them, all the things and everything, being thrown at them. But that's who they are. If they don't want to cook, they don't like to cook. That should be okay. Then there are men who absolutely love to cook, men who do things, who cook, who care, who are caring, who are like homebound, who do things in the house. And then these men are shamed because, why are you doing like Umar Rafa? Because they want to cook. And in recent time, like I always say to people, I say, look, check out the people who are really earning money from cooking. Most chefs are men. Most of the big time chefs are men and all of that. But you find out that when somebody is, oh, why are you behaving like a woman? Why are you cooking this? Why are you cooking that? But that shouldn't be the case. Let people do what they are strong at doing. Let people do what their strength is. Let people do that thing where that they are strong at it, they can do it, and let it be. For me, I look at, and when I look at my marriage is not like, it's not a yardstick for everyone. That's what works for me and my husband. And like I always say, let people find what works for them. We don't do gender-based rules. It's not about gender-based rules. Oh, because you're a woman, you must do this. Or because you're a man, you must do. No, because if we do strength-based rule, what is the thing that you're strong at? What is the thing you're better at? There are things that my husband is better at. He does it. There are things that I'm better at. I do it. And that's the way it should be. It should be about love and sacrifice and caring. It should be about, you know, wanting, for me, what I see in marriage is wanting to put a smile on my spouse's face. I want to surprise my husband. I want my husband to be happy. I want it to smile. For me, that's the thing. I will sort of like compete in making that happen. So it doesn't have to be that, oh, I must insist, oh, you must do this. For example, why am I having this conversation? There's this conversation that's been going on Twitter, where a lady comes out and she says, somebody said, oh, there's a woman who wakes up at 5 a.m. and cooks for her husband. And then a lady replies and she says that, oh, she for her that she wasn't sort of like what she implied with the tweet was that it wasn't her thing, but when her husband came and said that, oh, a female colleague of his had brought 2 spoons for them to be eating together, and then she had to be waking up at 4:30. You understand? And so that sparked a lot of things and all sorts of different reaction and everything. It's perfectly okay to wake up at 4:30 to cook for your husband. It's perfectly okay to wake up at 3 a.m. to cook for your husband. It's perfectly okay to wake up at 5 a.m. to cook for your husband if that's what you want to do, if you want to put a smile on his face, if you want to sacrifice. But to say that, oh, you're waking up because so that, and then, in that twitch, so that he will not be stolen. First of all, your husband is not a parcel. It's not a bag of rice that will be stolen. It's not a goat that will be carried, man, that will be carried away. It's not a cow. This is a full-blown human being with his capacity and everything. And I see a lot of times that's the thing that people tend to do. We tend to put men as these helpless beings who can't help themselves, but just find themselves cheating. No, Cheating is a deliberate act and it has nothing. I've been saying these things for years. A lot of people, argue are like, oh, men cheat. Or some even tell you that all men cheat. No, it's a lie. It's the fattest lie from the pit of hell to say that all men cheat. No, not all men cheat. It's men that want to cheat that cheat. It's not an inborn thing that, oh, all men cheat. No, that's not the way it is. It's about character. It's about you, first of all, having respect for yourself and then having respect for the person that you're in a relationship with, for the person that you're married to, for the person that, you know, you're together with. So it has nothing to do with, oh, I didn't couldn't help myself. Oh, and then we went there. And then she's doing it. And so that has sparked a lot of, conversation on Twitter and all of that. Like for me, when it comes to this cooking thing, I'm always like, let people do what pleases them. Let people do what they want to do and what they can do. It's not a yardstick for other people. There's a particular woman who came to say, on that same this thing, where the person said, oh, somebody wakes up 5 a.m. to cook for her husband, and she's not Nigerian. And she was like, she put it there, she said, oh, that's definitely not her. And people have been insulting her, people have been attacking her, oh, you must have a miserable marriage. Or for what? When did the yardstick for a good marriage be somebody waking up at 5 a.m.? There are husbands who wouldn't want to stress their wives. I have that kind of a husband. Waking up at 5 a.m. I know he wouldn't want to stress me. First of all, I'm not a morning person. I don't even wake up early. It's about strength. It's about understanding. That's what matters. There are some who do it amazing, perfect, great, good. It's okay. And there are some who don't do it. It's also okay. These are the things that we definitely have to understand. And when people bring this, oh, it's my right as a husband, it's my right as a woman. You must do this, you must do that. That's what normally brings problem in relationship and marriages. This sense of entitlement, we need to do away with it. Work with whatever you want. Somebody will say, oh, my wife must cook for me to take to the office. There are some people, then why don't you marry the kind of woman that loves to cook, that will wake up 3 a.m. and cook for you? There are some men who don't want anybody giving them lunch box to go to the office, and it's okay. And they're not going to. So those ones marry the people who are not going to be cooking. It's as simple as that. And then this is why you see some people, like I saw a tweet the other day from someone who was like, oh, you know, if your man is not giving you 500,000 every month, then what are you doing with such a man? You should do. And I'm like, why are you not earning the 500,000? Why are you waiting for somebody else to give you 500,000? Is this sense of entitlement, this gender sense of entitlement? Somebody feels out somebody have to cook for them, wash their clothing, do this. Another feels out somebody has to give them so and so amount of money. No. Why? Why can't you fend for yourself? Can't you do those things for yourself? And then you have people, and when we're talking about this cooking issue, people try, this, that. No, there are women who have been killed because not even that they refused to cook, oh, they didn't cook on time. There was one, I think that was last year, if I'm not mistaken. Her husband killed her, beat her up till she died. Why? Because she didn't bring his food on time. And guess what? The reason why she couldn't finish the food on time was because she was washing his clothes. And that wasn't enough, and she was killed. So cooking is not just a trivial thing of saying, oh, we just cooked, now, and that. No, it's not. It's a whole lot more. It's a whole lot of things. It's people, someone out there. And for me, I'm like, between yesterday and today, I won't be shocked. There are quite a number of women that have gotten the beatings of their lives just because of this whole cooking thing. And we can't just keep on. Oh yes, some people make it like, oh, the woman that cook, that means she's a good woman. No, cooking doesn't make you a good woman. Neither does paying bills make you a good man. They are totally different. And sometimes those are the kind of things that we just, sort of like miss off some of the things that we just get. And people are wondering, oh, why are relationship all over the place? Why are relationship this way or that way? because that's the way some people have made it. We've made it like duties, chores. Well, this have to do this, that have to do this, instead of something like, what can I do to put a smile on that other person's face? What can I do for the person to be happy? What can I do to brighten the other person's, that person's day? That's really what it's all about. And sometimes, being caring, being kind, being understanding with your partner, with your spouse, with your wife, with your husband, to be able to say, yes, I would have loved lunchbox, right? But I know my wife doesn't like to wake up in the morning or she finds it difficult, so I'm okay with none. But not to come and start saying that that's emotional blackmail. Somebody said they'll bring spoon for me to be eating with them. Eh, is that the way? That's emotional blackmail. That's not the way, honestly. But for those who want to do it, fantastic, go ahead and do it. But don't come after people who are saying no, they are not going to do this, or no, they can't do this, or no, this is not what they want to do. Strength is everything. It's just like, when some people say they don't want to have children, and then you see people attacking them. How can you say you don't want to have children? That's easy. What's wrong? They don't want to have children. And they've said they don't want to have children. Shouldn't that be okay? Shouldn't that be enough? Why should they be bringing children into this world? What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look here to get, you can join this conversation, please. Do try to just get in the link. I'm trying to see here where you have that thing where it is shown live. That's what I'm trying to do, to put the link there. But I don't know why I'm not seeing it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to put that. If you want to join the conversation, I think you can. I think from your this thing, you just put in. Let's have that. Let's have the conversation. I'm just trying to go in and get where that live is. But I don't know why I'm unable to see it. But this shows here that I'm live. But I don't know why I'm unable to see the live here, because I wanted to, so that we can have this conversation really. So that, for me, honestly, that's it. So let's not trivialize these issues. Let's not make it like, oh, it's something, whatever kind of a thing. It's not whatever kind of a thing. There are people who are actually facing so much, and there's always this bashing that always happens, where feminists, people come after feminists, call them all sorts of things and all whatever. But when things happen, the same people will not be, oh, where are the feminists? You people are not saying anything. This, that, and that. That's not the way to go. That's not fair. That shouldn't be. But let's look at what is the relationship. You see people who are in very abusive relationship, and it has nothing to do with whether they are cooking or not. Some of them, they are cooking so many amazing meals. I've seen account of where a particular woman, where her husband doesn't eat anything that is cooked, that they use machine to do, and the food has to be fresh, made every day. So, for example, waking up, you have to wake up like 2 a.m. if you're going to eat more and more, maybe take mama to the office or eat it in the morning, wake up around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to soak beans, wash it, use hand to grind it. I don't know whether any of you have ever used hand, to use stone, use stone to grind the beans. I did that when I was quite young. We've done that quite when we were quite young, but as an adult, honestly, I can't remember. As a young adult, I did that, but I haven't done that. Of course, there's machine, there's grinder, there is blender. There's some people will say no, they don't want that. The taste is different. Then you have to use their hand, to grind it and prepare the food. Pepper, everything, have grinding stone. The one that shocked me the most was hearing about even egusi use stone to grind egusi was ogbono. I'm like, ogbono. And the ogbono, just when they are using the stone, they'll be using the stone and they're putting palm oil. Imagine using stone to grind ogbono, because there's a human being who feels that, oh no, that he's not going to eat any food that is made through machine. So it's just like, okay, if a woman should not insist and say that, oh, that same person, like that same husband, now, she they used to go to the market and go and buy maybe cow meat, goat meat, or whatever. And I said, no, you should go and hunt, go to the bush and hunt for animals and bring it so that we prepare it. Would that make sense in any way? It wouldn't make sense in any way. So why make life difficult? And this is what I say about. I always say to myself, look, get somebody. It's not even about love. Marry someone who is kind, who you know will watch out for you, who you know is it's more. It's thinking more about taking care of you than even you are taking care of yourself. You understand? If you have that kind of competition, that's such a beautiful thing to see because that person is going to think about grinding when you're grind. How you with the person will think about the stress you're going to go through grinding. That even if the food is sweeter, you will not want to eat that food because of the stress that you have to go through to actually grind beans with your hands to make more akara. Because there's a human being who says that he doesn't like the food that is eaten with what do you call it now? With beans or that is eaten with anything that is made with machine if it's not hand. So that's where care and all of that comes in, not just for people to sit down and say that, oh, let's just do this, let's have it and it's okay. Oh, that's the virtuous woman, that's the woman. Really, really. For me, being that virtuous woman is always ensuring my husband has a smile on his face. And for me too, he always ensures I have a smile on my face. That has really worked for us. But for people who go attacking, insulting, whatever, insulting someone, that oh, her marriage is miserable, she can't just because she said that she's not that woman that wakes up at 5 a.m. That's not good. That's absolutely not good. And the people that wake up at 5, God bless them. Amazing, they're doing great. For people who don't wake up at 5, God bless them too. Amazing, they're doing great. To each his own, and we should allow this thing. Let everybody be. Let life be. It doesn't have to be, oh, one way, oh, this one. There are people who are not on that angle. For example, like when it comes to child of little kids, I'm not one. I always say this, I say, I'm not a motherly person. Like, you know, when people see newborn baby, they're like, oh, she's so cute. I don't see that. All I see is washing diapers, taking care of a crying child, having to, go through their lives, train them, do all of that. For me, that's what I see. And so I'm not. But you see somebody, for example, like my husband is a nurturer. He loves kids, he loves babies, he loves animals. Even up to today, you see him with his little kids, little animals. He's always taking care of them, doing everything. You see my husband today. You know, is there any animal that man has not read in our house? Everything, oh, squirrel, grass cutters, rabbit. Is it not rabbit? I can't remember. Goose, what do you call this thing? Turkeys, chicken, cows, goats, rat. In short, the other day, there's a picture. He sent me some pictures of from his farm of the animals. I don't even know whether you can see this, but this is like one of his. This lamb was born on the 24th of December. You know, and there are some that he has said he loves them, but you see me, ha, I don't. You will not see me near any of these animals, either taking care of them or going to check or do anything or any of those things. Not at all. Not at all. It's not me. And I'm not gonna pretend. That's who he is. That's his strength. He loves to do it. And so even with our kids, those were the things I'm trying to find there were some other pictures that he sent, you know, like this cute two two lambs. All these are from his farm. It was like he sent this thing like this Shaggy, he loves those things. He takes care of them. If you say he will literally like a lamb or goat that is not. I know he takes the bottle and be feeding that child and sorry that lamb that he can do all of those. Then me, I'm not that kind of a person. And even when we had kids, there was a lot of help that came with having a man who didn't just feel that it's your duty as a woman to do it and be able to do it, but who participated, took care. Like my husband would wake up and rock babies for hours and he will still go to the office in the morning. You understand? So all of these things, we should go away from all of these, gender-based roles and focus more on strength-based roles and not this sense of entitlement where some people feel that, somebody has to pay my bills or somebody has to cook and wash for me. No, I always say nobody was born with cooking utensils. Neither was anybody born with a church book. Let's come at a place where we agree on these things and get them going, and not just all of these sets of entitlement that are coming up. So thank you so much for joining me for this short live. Well done. Bye bye.